Hello, we're back. My name's Harry Tambuatco. With us, we have former ambassador, but now Congressman-elect Roy Señares. Congressman, let's see. Let's tackle the issue. How did you... Paano kayo nanalo? Wala ka namang I mean, I'm not saying, because I have no real information, but, you know, it's common knowledge. Most bought the election, be it for vote buying or extreme TV. Hindi wala kayong TV, ano? May TV ba kayo?
Meron naman.
Very minimal.
Yeah. Once or twice lang sa isang popular TV show.
Oh, but I mean, you didn't
Otherwise,
blow...
wala.
Yeah, you didn't blow hundreds of millions to get this
No.
position. I know.
Kulang nga kami sa poster eh. Kasi mahal din ang posters eh.
I know, I went through it. Naubos ang bulsa ko dyan.
You run in
Muntinlupa
Muntinlupa.
lang ako.
Have you seen any posters of mine there?
Na, wala.
During your campaign? Nothing at all.
Wala. How did you make it?
You know, the OFW Family Club Incorporated, that's the real name, the full name. For purposes of the party list election, we requested
OFW Family Club
Incorporated.
Meron talagang ganyan, ha?
Meron. This is a SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission registered NGO, which will already be 13 years old come June 15.
Matagal na rin pala.
13 years old. And we now have 1.2 million card-bearing members.
With cards?
Card-bearing members, IDs.
Yes.
Before they depart for their job destinations, they come to our office along Taft Avenue to register. The only reason is we would like to have this ID.
Do you charge them for this?
Voluntary, no compulsion. If you can afford to pay 100 pesos for that ID.
Lang.
Yeah, no compulsion for them to pay.
No penalty yan eh.
And so we have a complete database for the departing OFWs.
So where they're going.
Who would wish to be our member. The purpose of this ID is that, you know, when they reach their job destination and they have some problems there, they can show the ID to the labor attaché. I was a labor attaché.
Yes.
They could show it to the ambassador for assistance, and you know, normally
they can write you directly if necessary.
Yes, and our telephone numbers are known to them and open on a 24-hour basis. And so we have this database, and during the campaign, we text blasted
everybody there.
Everybody. Using this so-called unli texting thing na mura-mura.
Maganda strategy. Unlimited kasi.
And then sa Facebook din,
yun ang nababasa ko madalas.
My children, my one and only sister, my brothers help me out in the Facebook and over the...
You mean you didn't have a professional group posting all those? Kayo lang yun?
No.
Kasi everyday kayo,
my brother in the States, who is an architect, did all this...
mga graphics.
Graphics. My daughter likewise did that, Hannah, and my son, Roy Jr., did all this. Over a
met Roy.
2-month and a half period that we did this on Facebook, we were able to generate a membership of about 50,000. And Facebook itself reported that your viewership
wala na, hindi na pwede, sobra na eh.
Reached to about 8 million.
Oh my
That's why
God.
we had three Facebooks. AMBA Campaign Group, OFW Family Party List, and then AMBA for the Win.
I got 2. I didn't get AMBA for the Win. I got the 2. I didn't get AMBA for the Win. So Facebook lang, so it really works.
Yeah, it worked in the sense that I know the terrain overseas. You cannot expect an OFW, for instance, in Fujairah, in the United Arab Emirates. That's the farthest emirate in the 7 Emirates, UAE. You cannot expect him to travel 4 hours away to go to Dubai and vote for me. The chances are, her or his employer will not allow him to go.
Of course.
Because it was a Monday, and he or she might be working in the shop, in the motor pool, or in the household. So I requested them, I appealed to them to do shepherd. At least 40 of your friends and relatives in the Philippines, text them, email them, tell them that we have an OFW. This is for you. Once we are in Congress, this will work for your protection and for the improvement
How
of
did
your...
you win their imagination when there are 6 other OFW advocates na party list. Hindi lang naman kayo eh. Di ba? There's 5 others or 6 others. How did you win their imagination by telling them, how do you make them move for you? Na actually do it. Go get 40 people.
Because my platform is very clear. My slogan is, barko, hindi bangka. What the embassies out there right now are bicicletas, mga bangka, when what they need is a boat, a ship. Once I become congressman, I will see to it that I will build a ship for you to ferry you out of danger.
Maganda.
Instead of just a bangka. Malulunod kayo pag sumakay kayo sabay-sabay niyan sa bangka.
Surely you don't expect any congressman to go against you because OFWs we have to be careful for because they are our unsung heroes. They're the saviors.
And moreover, it's clear now that they have a voting power as a sector.
I know. For the first time, ano? This is the first time lumabas talaga sila na may voice. Talo nila Catholic vote.
Kasi talaga I can look you Harry in the eye. Ha? Eyeball to eyeball tayo. I did not buy any vote.
No, kilala kita. I know you won. You won. Sinyeres, no. You, I,
although,
not your family. No. I know your son as well. I did not
buy any vote. It's bad pungso eh. Bago ka lang pumasok sa politika eh, binababoy mo ng demokrasya.
Kasi pag binaboy mo na, and you're going to raise your right hand, and you're going to certify to the Constitution when you're already the first violator, means no less, the Constitution's nothing anymore, or the Bible. Mambabastos ka na, which is what we clearly see. This is the sad part. Ito yung mga kasama mo sa Kongreso. Naiiba lang dyan, hindi mo sila kalaban kasi you won't be hitting their districts. But actually, you are, no? The extended families, the OFWs, are all their constituents.
Oh my God, there was no conflict at all. You know, I focused my campaign in Butuan City and the Caraga region. And almost every politician there supported my party
Biro
list.
mo?
Kasi hindi naman ako kumakalaban sa kanila eh. I would appeal to them, mayor or candidate for mayor, please support my party list so that we can, hand in hand, work for the welfare of the OFWs in this part of the world. And more often than not, pinagbibigyan
This is the first time ganito kalaki ang boto lumabas sa party list sa OFW, no? You had what, 700,000 votes? You have two nominees.
Because this is the first time that an OFW family party list won.
First time.
In the 14-year history of the party list law and elections, it is only now that OFWs will be represented. There were attempts in the past.
Why is that? Why did you win? Why did you succeed and the others failed?
Because I have been working with the OFWs even if I was no longer deployed overseas. Since I arrived, since I arrived in 1998, I was no longer ambassador. But you know the case of Sara Balabagan, case of Janakino, Wahida Malaydin, which I helped save in the United Arab Emirates from hanging. This became
snowball.
This became, you know, the subject matter of headline news before, and it somehow made my name known to some people. And they would continue to come to me in my private capacity for help. And that's why we organized the OFW Family Club.
Why didn't you just pursue the diplomatic? I asked this question of you some 4 years ago. Why didn't you go back into the diplomatic corps? I mean, you have all the experiences.
I was a political appointee of President Fidel Ramos. When his term as president expired, I was coterminous with him.
Why didn't you go professional?
After the ambassadorship, I became chairman of the National Labor Relations Commission. It's a cabinet rank position. We had exclusive and original jurisdiction over all labor cases in the country. I was appointed by President Estrada. But during the time of President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, I resigned.
I know, you have different politics.
together with the Hayat people, you know.
Yes, Hayat 10.
Hayat 10. But I resigned a good 10 days before them.
Nauna ka.
Nauna ako.
Hindi mo matyan, period. You couldn't stand the
I did not believe that the election of the former president was legitimate.
Well, alam mo, I'm just surprised because your experience in the diplomatic corps would have done even better if you should have pursued it and become more professional on the professional side rather than being an appointee. At this point, walang gagalaw sa'yo kasi may mandato ka na eh. Well, no, I mean, who cares about appointment?
Mandate from the sovereign people
Oh,
of the
the
Republic
sovereignty-
of the Philippines.
exactly, di ba?
Sovereignty resides in the people.
Ang boss mo ngayon, yung OFW
Yes,
talaga
yes,
eh.
yes,
Na yung
yes,
iba na eh. You are now your own man, your own gentleman.
Yes.
And now you have to, well, if you succeed, and knowing you, you will, there is no doubt that this party list is going to stay, like the Buhay party list, if not get 3 nominees in the next election at the rate it's going. How do you intend to spend your budgets, assuming? I don't know, what happens to the party list budgets? Where do they put? Kasi ang constituency nila, national eh. Hindi ka mga district congressmen.
You can
put it in your area, makikita mo
You can rest assured, Harry, and to our listeners that I will not be using this to build roads.
Roads to nowhere.
Alam mo naman yung kapag with due respect to
Do you expect
others,
to travel a lot because of the OFWs?
I will be using this to repatriate stranded OFWs because
Terrific. Yung mga
right
problema.
now there is a difficulty for OWA to be spending money for non-OWA members. And there are lots of non-OWA members who get stranded overseas. Alam mo itong mga hindi dumadaan sa OWA, hindi dumadaan sa POA. Alam mo tayo mga Pilipino, we do not need visa to go to ASEAN countries, and that will the ASEAN countries will be the jumping board for them to
go
elsewhere. And if they have problem there, undocumented, and if they get if they are stranded there, who will pay for their tickets? Not OWA because they are not members. It will be the party list.
How about
secondly, itong mga legitimate cases, I will have to study each and every case na yung talagang na hometown decision. Bibitayin na, wala namang kasalanan. And if there's a requirement for blood money, this countrywide development fund will become a worldwide development fund.
Blood money, ano yung kultura talaga doon sa Middle East?
Kultura yan talagang ancient yan
we have no choice but to respect it.
Yeah, kasi nung araw, kapag halimbawa may na-aksidente ka o may napatay ka, pag pinatawag ka ng pamilya, hindi ka na bibitayin. But you have to somehow compensate the family with, let's say, 100 goats
Talagang
or
ganun
shepherd. Ngayon, pera na.
In change of life.
Hindi na camel, yeah. I forgive you, but compensate me.
Tama nga naman, pinatay mo asawa ko, he's the one who's feeding us all.
Yeah. So,
it's a culture thing. You have to first understand it to
we
be
have
able
to
to pay.
respect it.
But it's not blood money as in ransom money. Iba yun,
No,
terrorist
no.
money. Ibang dating nito.
Yeah.
Iba ang dating.
Diya ang tawag nito sa Arabic. I don't know why the English translated it into blood.
Yeah, mali ang words. hindi. How about the government institutions that are there to regulate? For example, OWA, who they're there to regulate the overseas workers. Are they in order, wala kang papalitan dyan? Would you go on an oversight to call them into Congress to finally check what they're doing? Kung tama o mali?
I know most of them, they're doing a good job.
Overwhelmed lang.
As a matter of one of my platforms is to augment their budget, strengthen their personnel.
Mababa.
Mababa yung...
overwork na, mababa pa.
Overwork na, mababa pa. For instance, lumalaganap ngayon itong mga human trafficker, mga illegal recruiters. And we have regional offices of the OWA in the regions na kulang sa manpower. Kaya namimiesta ang mga illegal recruiters at saka human trafficker. Strengthen natin ang mga regional offices ng Department of Labor. I know them. I grew up in that department.
So you legislate to improve their condition, their plight, even the physical structure of their officers.
I will not be their tormentor. I will be their protector also, because they're doing a good job for our OFWs.
No, at least naintindihan mo ako. To me, it's news. I listen to it. It's not my expertise. So I need to listen to people who know what they're doing in that job. And interestingly enough, at least, ginagawa mo na ito bago ko pa. Actually, you don't even have to be the congressman to actually help because you've been helping them.
Yes.
But now you will have the power, the authority to make life a little better. Tell us about your second nominee. Does he have the same competence background like you yourself?
His name is Johnny Revilla.
Not the Johnny Revilla I know that comes out on TV who's an actor.
Yeah, he's the one.
Si Johnny,
He's the one, yeah.
my classmate in Lasal. Kaklase ko si Johnny Revilla.
Then you know his competence. Don't ask me anymore.
Yeah, the Revilla sisters. Sila
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, married to the singer.
Because
Janet Basco.
He was an OFW himself.
I didn't know that.
In
Anak mo
LA.
yaman si Johnny.
Ganun ba?
Anak mayaman si Johnny. Hindi naman pobre
Hindi
mga
nagpapahalata.
Hindi naman mayabang yan. Pero mahusay na artista yan. So, he's your second nominee.
Yes, yes, yes.
But I didn't realize he was an OFW and I understand.
He was an OFW for 7 years in LA.
Ganda naman, at least America. Nagtrabaho abroad.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize Johnny's gonna be there with you. What a team. Okay, and where is your head office? That same one in Taft Avenue.
Along Taft Avenue, corner of Buendia and Taft.
Now that you're stepping into legislation, you're not gonna let go of that office. Tuloy pa rin yan, all the more. You'll just get new people to man it.
Yes.
You won't have the time anymore to operate there. You know, Congress will take a lot of your time, not for anything.
But we have staff, you know. We have staff. We have to continue to operate that.
Handa ka na ba with all the new... You're going to have to generate a staff for Congress as well.
Well, I think we are allotted budget for that.
Yeah, may budget kayo. But still, kukuha ka na naman, chief of staff ka, magli-legal ka, researcher, ang dami yung, you know, maraming... But sanay ka na naman, ano? I mean, you've had congressman friends in the past.
My son was a congressman for 2 terms.
Really? The man... What's his name? The man that accepted the book in your absence?
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah, Christian.
Christian.
I didn't know former congressman si...
2 terms.
So sanay na kayo?
He was the youngest. As a matter of fact, when it became
What area? What district siya?
Buhay Party List.
Buhay Party List. Umalis siya sa Buhay.
Hindi naman umalis. Nag-expire na yung terms niya.
That's kay Brother Mike?
Naka 2 terms siya.
Naka 2 terms na siya.
Huwag mong sabihin kay Brother Mike, bawal yun, di ba? Religious eh.
Yeah,
religious figures are not supposed to
yes.
Enter politics.
We're on TV, ah. Marami nanonood po nito.
But you already said it, so...
I did realize he was a former congressman. So at least exposed ka doon. No, because naawa ko sa mga bagito na papasok na talagang no exposure in Congress. As you well know, like I said, you have 280 egos. This is not funny because all these men and women have mandates. And they're not stupid. They did not get to Congress because they're stupid, you know. And you can imagine it's not easy because you have these egos and these competence fighting each other. And you know, you've got to work together at the same time stand up for your beliefs. Yes. Parang ganun. Pero kung wala kang legislative agenda, talagang sitting pretty ka lang dyan. Marami rin ganyan.
Wala akong problema sa ego, Hari, kasi I know who they are. They have their mandate from the sovereign people of the Republic. You know, when I was ambassador, every time that there is an official who would visit my post, I would be at the airport, no matter even if he is a barangay chairman, because he has a mandate direct from the people.
Give him due respect.
And I give him due respect. In the same manner that, you know, when I would be there already in Congress, I would respect everyone, because in so doing, I would respect the Filipino people, the sovereign Filipino people who installed them to Congress. Of course, there are doubts that they bought their their positions, but what can we do? Let's give them the benefit
Will you
of the
be
doubt.
doing something about that, about dynasties, about vote buying? Would you participate in all those other national
Yes,
issues?
I would.
Miski pa paano, no? I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
it's not necessarily about the OFWs, but it's about the country as a whole.
Yes, yes.
And take a position. Now, since you're from Butuan, you also understand the issue of the Bangsamoro and the problems in Mindanao as a whole that plagues Mindanao, being the food basket and being where there's the conflict and all of that, even the UNCLOS and now the Saba issue, the Kiram issue, the infighting, and daming, there are so many other issues that you really have to sort of study, di ba? Yeah. Although it's not your direct constituency, but as a congressman, you're still obliged to take a position.
That's right.
And study, no?
Yeah, that's right.
Sa bagay, alam mo, ang trabaho ng ambassador, mahirap-hirap na rin eh. Tingin ko, ano kaya mas mahirap? Trabaho ng congressman o ambassador?
Sa ambassador kasi, executive.
Oh, pero lahat ikaw eh.
Nature.
Everything blows up in you.
Yeah.
Kung may nangyari dyan, ikaw ang pagbibintangan.
Yes. So, while as a legislator, you really have to, articulate what you want to be enacted into law. You cannot be there to count butikis in the ceiling. You have to stand up.
Pero how come many do?
Ha?
Ang dami na nila sa Senado, kilala ko ilan doon. Tingin ko, naka 10 million na yung butiki na binili niya doon. May mga bago pa sumali eh. Di ba? But never mind. Ambassador, Congressman-elect, we've got about 3 minutes. I'd like to give you an opportunity to give a message to our viewers, even though they are not necessarily OFWs, and some who are families of OFWs. Plus the fact that this show anyway goes all the way to Indonesia, it goes to Shanghai because of our satellite reach. It goes to Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. So a message to our viewers.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Harry. This party list is not my party list. This is your party list. This is, we established this party list for the purpose of protecting you, for the purpose of creating an infrastructure for the protection of our new heroes of the Republic and their families back home. But this is not only for our sector exclusively. We will have to be there with the end in view of furthering the interest, the national interest of our country as a whole. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Outstanding Dignitary 2012, there is no doubt he will become Outstanding Congressman 2013. In less than 6 months, we will see the development, but more than anything, alam niyo po, just because the OFW has now a party list and there's a congressman, if not two, kaklase ko pa pala yung isa, nakakatuwa. Alam mo, it's not enough that they're there and we sit back and watch. They too need our support. Legislation, sure, they will be there debating, bringing up the issues, putting it in proper words, and hopefully in proper legislation. But it will still require your help, my help, everybody's help for them to succeed. And if they do, when they call on you and whatnot, be ready to submit, to promote the same issues. We will ask Congressman Señores to come from time to time in this show, maybe to reach out to you to help out, because our OFWs, believe it or not, need you as much as we need them. Kung hindi po sa kanila, tingin ko, yung mga financial natin, wala na tayong pag-uusapan. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Ambassador.
Thank you very
Congressman.
much, Harry.
Maraming salamat po. Antayin mo na yung TV. This is yours.
You are what you watch.